Back in 2021, I created one of the hardest death runs in Fortnite, called the Ghost Zombie Death Run. There were 10 levels, including a boss battle at the end. Each level had some insane difficulty, and it was even challenging for some very good death run players. While the title doesn't really look intimidating, here's why it has the title. The death run is all Ghost Zombie levels, a term that originated from Ghost Colin. Ghost Zombie levels, which were originally created by this guy, yes, this guy,
I'm high on a Friday hat and
are basically extremely hard levels with some dumb elements added to them, making most of the levels borderline impossible. Some levels also require certain strategies to complete them. I basically took the term Ghost Zombie level and made it into a whole death run full of them. Keep in mind that I was the only person to ever beat the original death run, and if I remember correctly, it only took me about 2 hours to beat. The furthest anyone else got was the end of level 2. Alright, now we fast forward to 2026. What if I told you guys that I may have created a bigger, harder remake of the original death run? Yeah, that's right. A bigger and harder remake of the Ghost Zombie death run. The name of this death run is the Ghost Zombie Death Run Redux. It has more levels, more boss battles, longer levels, including a gauntlet, saved checkpoints, NPCs that can cook you on some levels, and more. I actually think that I've created the hardest Fortnite death run of 2026. I'll show you why. Alright, here's the start of the death run. Level 1 doesn't look too bad, right? Well, it's not just baiting traps. Once you get past the traps, you have to jump across 3 small platforms. But wait, there's more. You also have to make a ridiculously hard door jump, and after that, jump onto the small platform, which is also very easy to fail. You also have to successfully make it to the red bar near the end of the level, and then bait some traps to complete the level. Here's level 2. If you thought level 1 was hard, you are going to hate level 2. Not only is the level long, it's also very easy to miss most of these jumps, and some of the bottles closer to the end move. On to level 3. It's pretty straightforward. You just have to keep going up as the lava rises. Watch out for the NPC with the shockwave launcher though. For level 4, you have to constantly jump once you land on the first red block, all the way to the end of the level. Once you get to level 5, you have to make your way through spinning letters while there are 10 NPCs using shockwave launchers. Yes, 10 of them. Once you make it past all the letters, you have to jump down and then use your double jump at the end without the NPCs shockwaving you. Now for level 6, this is a longer one. You gotta do some impulse jumps and then dodge some orange blocks. After that, successfully land on the orange block at the bottom of the slope and make your way through all the moving blocks. Oh yeah, did I mention that you have to dodge sniper shots from an NPC while progressing through the entire level? Yeah, it's quite annoying. Here's where things start getting extremely annoying. You have to carry a ball starting at the bottom of the hill. That doesn't sound bad, right? Well, there are 3 NPCs with hammers that try to cuck you during the level, and not only that, there is also lava that will start rising after about 5 seconds. The way to beat this level is to make it to the top and throw the ball at the trigger to disable the barrier that is blocking you from the next level. Level 8 is harder than you think. Once the barrier gets disabled after entering the teleporter, you have to run from a gigantic pickup truck, and throughout the level, you will have to dodge obstacles that either come up from the ground, fall from the ceiling, or come up from behind. Level 9 can be an annoying one. You have to dodge 3 NPCs with Excalibur rifles while jumping on green blocks. There is also another door jump at the end that can be annoying. Level 10 is also a very annoying one. You have to make your way up an ice slope while avoiding 3 characters sliding down, green blocks moving, and 5 NPCs with unstable bows. And that's not all. After you make it up there, you also have to bait traps while also dodging 20 more NPCs. For level 11, you have to slowly make your way down to the next level because of the lava moving downward during the level. There are also 6 NPCs with different weapons that will try to ruin your attempt at this level. Level 12 is the first boss level, and I will not be showing you guys what any of the boss battles are. That's a surprise for when anyone gets there. That is, if anyone gets there. Level 13 is definitely one of the trickier levels. You have to constantly be running throughout 80% of the level or you'll fail the level. This level includes trick tiles, bars, and 3 more snipers. Level 14 is one of the longer levels. It requires you to use a surfboard throughout the whole level. You have to bait traps and make sure your surfboard doesn't break, otherwise you have to start all over. Level 15 is basically a Flappy Bird knockoff. It's pretty straightforward. For level 16, you enter Zombie's pickup truck. You have to stay on the purple tiles and prevent the NPCs from hitting the pickup truck or it'll explode. Level 17 is the first timed level. It requires you to parkour inside a pyramid and bait some traps. You will have 2 minutes to complete the level. Level 18 is basically Indiana Jones Simulator. You must escape while being chased by a massive boulder. Level 19 is the second boss battle, and like the first one, I won't be showing the second one. Level 20 is basically a heist for the jar of mayonnaise. This is also a longer level. Level 21 is a harder level. It consists of jumping on white blocks, baiting traps, and a mini-boss. Level 22 is without a doubt the hardest level of the entire death run that isn't a boss level. This right here is the Ghost Zombie Gauntlet. You will have 5 minutes and 25 seconds to complete the gauntlet, and you must make your way through several mini versions of previous levels without dying. You essentially need a perfect run to make it through the gauntlet. Level 22.525 is another boss battle, which will be getting skipped. Level 23 consists of making about 200 jumps in 3 minutes while also getting sniped at by an NPC. Level 24 is Rainbow Road with Zombies pickup truck at 3 times speed. This level must be completed within a minute or you will fail. And last but certainly not least is level 25, the final boss battle. You only get 1 life for this boss battle, so if you lose, you have to go back to the lobby and try again. And that is the whole death run. Looks borderline impossible, right? If you want to attempt to beat this death run, the map code is right here on the screen. You can also search for the Ghost Zombie Death Run Redux and it will pop up. Good luck to those that do attempt to beat the death run. With all that being said, that is going to be it for this video. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.